Hello, howdy, hi, welcome. Come on in. Thank you, James. James Firefox, you're a sweetie pie. Thank you. You're swell. Howdy. Welcome. Just got out of work. Oh, hell yeah. You're free. You're free from the hell space. I actually don't know. Maybe you really like your job. Yeah, so, oh my gosh, Ranger has created a hype train by also subscribing. What a sweetie pie. Thank you. You're swell. Look at all those gubbins throwing themselves into that jar. Oh yeah. Yeah, boy. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're great. You're all swell. I'm assuming none of you know anything about Kemono, friends. Kemono? I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know anything about Kemono, friends. Except, what I do know is, it's an anime for, like, little kids. It's like an educational show that teaches kids about, like, animals and stuff. And they're also, like animal girls. And that's just, and that's it. That's all I know. Oh, also I think maybe the lore is kind of weird. Like, the lore is like that it's a post-apocalyptic world. Like, there are the ideas that there used to be people, but now there aren't people, there are just the animal girls. Question mark? So, I don't know. But I think the designs for Kemono, friends, are really fascinating, and so I just wanted to talk about them. This isn't all of them, I will say. They've got, like, a mobile game with actually, like, hundreds. I've only got around 100 of the girls today for us to look at. I chose the ones with clean PNGs. But there are so many more. I hate new Twitch. I opened the app and got served with a half-nude woman jiggling around on full blast. Sound auto-playing. I am unaware of this new Twitch. But that is a bummeroni. Yeah, I have managed to filter out my, like opening pages where Twitch has figured out that I don't want the booby women. It just gives me artists, really. So, and then, like, really popular VTubers. Like, do you want to watch Iron Mouse? And it's like, she seems swell, but no. But, yeah, let's talk about some animal girls. We're just talking about them. I was gonna do, like, a tier list, but then I found out that there were goddamn 5 million of these. So we're just gonna talk about them. They are in alphabetical order for the most part. It's alphabetical, but then I also lumped like animals together. For example, there are a lot of penguins, so I put all the penguins together. But, so, yeah, that's the gist of it. Alright, that's enough Jabberjohn. Let's move forward with the Kemono friends. Wow. Starting off with the Aardwolf. What a cute animal. By the way, I want that guy as a pet. A cute guy, and I think she does a pretty good job of representing him. Aardwolf is not an animal I'm particularly familiar with. So if I saw her in the wild, I wouldn't know what she's supposed to be. Clearly not a zebra, but Aardwolf, I think she looks swell. She matches the colors really well. There are a lot of interesting. How big is it? Like the animal? I don't know. I did zero research for this stream. I got all these PNGs and that took a couple hours. So, I also used to be a big animal lover when I was a kid. I wanted to be a zookeeper, which really just meant I wanted to be able to pet animals. But, Aardwolf, I think she looks great. I like the stripes. It's a pretty monochromatic color palette. I think we could have gotten some of this brown, tan brown in there somewhere, but it is what it is. Aardwolf, pretty solid. African Wild Dog. I don't like her outfit as much. I don't like these blue pants. I feel like the blue shorts could have been a black instead, and I think it would have looked better. But other than that, it's pretty alright. It's fascinating that she's just wearing sleeves. We will see moving forward that at points, wow, look at all them bits. God damn. Look at all them bit emotes. But yeah, we'll see moving forward that, you know, obviously they've got some animal traits, and so it's interesting that she's just wearing a spotted shirt. She looks plenty like the critter though, so not bad. And as a good example, I've lumped these two together cause they were similar critters and we could compare them. This is what the whole stream is gonna be like. Solution: pet animals on stream and get money for it. Problem solved. Yeah, you know, streaming wasn't really an option when I was 5. Zookeeper. Intern twins, you cannot touch the poisonous animal. Oh, no, no, no. In my head, I just get to pet like lions, tigers, and bears. I'm drinking an Arizona tea, by the way. So, gotta get your sippies. I think they look great. I like the Aardwolf's colors better than the African Wild Dog's colors. But other than that, they're solid stuff. Good stuff. A great start. It can only get more interesting from here, though. I will say. And that's really saying something, because next up is the African bush elephant. First of all, I understand making her stuff gray. Elephants aren't really gray, they're more of like a brownish. But, they're kind of like known as being gray. I don't know, I guess it works. And I do like that these long hair pieces emulate the tusks. I hate that her trunk is like on the back of her head, though. This is a miss, if you ask me. I don't like that it's on the back of her head. Either don't do it, or do it right. I don't know, I feel like, and that would have been awkward too. I feel like there's just a solution they could have gone with. Maybe given her like a long face, like a gas mask thing. But this solution of it's just kind of on the back of her head, I don't like that much. The color feels off. These pictures of the animals, by the way, are the ones from the wiki as well, so yeah. You wish the arms were thicker like her legs? I suppose. We'll get more girls of different body types further down the line. Well, kind of. They're all, again, I'm gonna be honest, this is a pretty ugly anime. So they're pretty consistent, but we'll get some more stuff. You think it's a scarf? But she's clearly gripping with it. I don't think she can take that off. I think that is part of her, just like those ears. She's got the elephant ears. She's got an elephant tail. I don't think it's just a scarf, but it's weird. I don't like the elephants much. But then we've also got a second one, an Indian elephant. Wow. Why does she have an onion? Are there a lot of onions in India? Maybe it's not an onion. I don't know. I like her colors better. However, I kind of wish that she, like, actually looked Indian, you know? Like, they tried. They gave her a skin tone. She's one of the few that we will see that aren't, you know, kind of normal anime white girl. But I don't know, I think they could have gone further with this. I don't love either of the elephants. I'm going to be honest. I don't like the elephants. Their tusks, they wig me out. Or their trunks, rather. They wig me out. I don't like that. Twiins trying really hard not to say white. I just said white. Anime white girl. I just said it. Listen with both your ears, buddy. Excalibur, that is the second time in 2 streams that you have insisted on trying to bring up Genshin's lack of melatonin. Melatonin? Melanin. Melanin. And yeah, that's great. Yeah, Genshin lacks a lot of skin tone. Wow. Everyone sound the wee woo news alert. That's something no one has known before. It sounds like you're desperate for me to have a rant, and I'm like, no, obviously Genshin doesn't have many POC characters. It's made by HoYoverse. They don't do that. They are boring. Let's stay on topic. Let's shift away from the elephants. African rock python. This is gonna be one of the ugliest PNGs for the girls we've got. I don't know why hers was so crunchy. Other than that, I do like replicating the python, like, with a hoodie. I think that's neato. I think it's cute, because also that implies that they can, like, take it off and, like, shed their skin, air quotes, you know? Because they shed their skin. That's cool. That's neat. The design outside of that is pretty solid. I can tell this is a snake, and I like the boots a lot. They're cute. Hello, welcome. So yeah, African rock python. I think the hoodie it's almost too on the nose. It's one step away from, you know, those animal kigurumis that people had like 10 years ago a lot? Like every YouTuber had one of those. It's like one step away from just wearing one of those. But I think they make it work. The African rock python, she's alright. She's alright. Yeah, so I just said that, Green Machine. Yeah, shedding the skin, which is pretty cool. She's not the only snack we've got. We've also got the Boom Slang, a name I've never heard before, and I've got to be honest, a way cuter girl. She's so... Look how cute she is! God damn, I really like these pink elements, but I don't really see where they're coming from, other than theoretically a tongue. But I see no pink on the actual snack over there. But a cutie pie. I really like her. She's cute. She does not look like her corresponding snake. Like, her hoodie has a lot more detailing going on, and I think it's supposed to, like, imply the actual animal's, scales. It kind of ends up looking like too much. It looks like more like kind of like a python or something. You know, whatever, I guess. It's a nice design. I really like the shade of green and the pink together. That's really, really good. Both of the snakes, though, pretty solid stuff. You know, they're really different, but I like them. I'm digging the snakes. Oh my gosh, what's this? Why do we have a second python? Why do I have two of these? We'll just wander past that. Boom slangs are very long and highly venomous. How fun. Well, you know, don't touch them. Some do have a black pattern. Well, there you go. There you go. Easy peasy. Because she's great, we needed to, I guess. Moreover, I'm just confused at how it happened. I don't remember hitting Control-C, Control-V, but you know, que sera, sera, I guess. We got Appalachas, which is how I like to say alpaca. Yeah, Alpaca Surrey. She's fine. If I saw her, I wouldn't jump to, oh, that's an alpaca. But, you know, it's not too hard of a walk to get there, I think. The problem is, the thing I think about are alpacas' long-ass necks, and obviously they're not gonna give her a long-ass neck, kind of a thing. She kind of looks like just generic critter girl. You know, I'm gonna be a VTuber and be kind of animal girl. What kind of animal? I don't know, like something with ears. She needs a Candace next. Cowards, I say. She does look a little like a dog. Yeah, I think the eyes are helping. Alpacas have the same kinds of eyes as goats, and you can see that she's got that. I don't love that. Again, we've got a picture of actual alpacas. They need a haircut, but she has one. I don't know. There's a dissonance there, but I know that often alpacas will be a little bit more put together than this. These guys, like I said, they need a haircut. What animal? The furry one, exactly. Twiins throwing shade at over half of all VTubers. Listen, I so get it. I am hardly one to talk. Oh wow, so original. Another angel slash demon girl. She's got horns and wings. Wow. Oh, and she's got albino like hair and eye colors. Wow. Everyone call them most unique person police. I don't know. I respect the ones that are like, I want to be a different kind of animal, you know? There's a lot of kind of just wolf adjacent, cat adjacent, fox adjacent VTubers. There's one girl, her name is Minnie. She's like an MLP pony. Like she's got like a pony model. She looks so great. She's 10 out of 10. Great model. She's cool. Anyway. The alpacas do look judgy, and you know what? She is giving alpaca. Alpacas are kind of assholes, and she kind of looks like a jerk. Moving on to the American beaver. Wow. She looks not great, I gotta say. I think it's kind of more the art style. The design is, like, fine. I don't know where these orange and yellow elements are coming in from. She doesn't read as particularly American to me. But, I don't know. She's fine. Her eyes are just a little wall-eyed. Kind of giving sexy lumberjack. I would argue she's not. But I guess that's, you know, up to interpretation. I would assume lumberjack would have flannel. It's a fun little vest idea. But, I don't know. I don't like her grayish hair. I get that they're trying to, like, pull from, like, kind of this, like, sort of muzzly area idea. But, I don't know. I don't know how well it's working. She does need the teeth. I think you're right. She's got quite the chompers, but a coward move to not give her like buck teeth. Who wears a jacket like that? Like this? I do if I'm home. 100%. That's one of my favorite ways to dress. But she's not the only beaver we got. We've also got a Eurasian beaver. I think she looks much better. She feels more beavery with this jacket going on. Also, the Eurasian beaver is so much cuter than the American one. Like, so not only is she cuter, but the animal, I want to pet that guy. If we go back, this one, that's a vermin. That's a varmint. This one, that's a cute dude. So I guess it pulls through with the animals as well. She reads that she lives in a cold area. Well, she probably does if it's Eurasia. There's quite a lot of cold that is lumped into that humongous landmass that we kind of have coagulated together. But yeah, the beavers are alright. I definitely like the Eurasian one more. I like the jacket. I like the stripes on it. The American one, I mean, I guess, you know, comparing these, she does feel more American than the Eurasian one. In that she's not as cute. In my defense, I don't know where the fuck Eurasia is. See, I was under the assumption that that's fusing European and Asia. Kinda Eurasia. I did not consider. Messiah! Gold star. I'm sorry for clapping, but Messiah has pointed out that the hair clips are meant to look like the beaver's buck teeth. And so that means they are better than I thought they were. The beavers are pretty alright. Way to go. Good eyes. I was distracted by their shirts. Good on you. Good on you. I'm proud of you. Good job. Well done. I don't like that they're both wearing short shorts. I don't know, but whatever. They tend to be kind of consistent with outfits, so whatever. Next up, we've got a very exciting collection. It's gonna be the biggest collection of girls that go all together. It is the tigers. Wow, there's gonna be so many of these. So let's strap on in. Birds, I will say, I have birds are kind of just sporadically placed about. It felt wrong to just lump a bunch of different, like wildly different types of birds together. So no, outside of the penguins, and I would have like, if like we got a bunch of eagles, I would have done that too. But No. So, birds, though the birds do all look really great. We'll get to them. But we're on to tigers. Starting with the Amoy tiger. She looks swell. A little Route 1, I guess. I do like the uniform. The red is a fun pop of color. I think it's a good idea to keep her from just wearing all orange, especially if we're gonna have so much of it across the outfit. So that's good. I do like that, and we'll see this consistently, that they do just have straight up have the patterns of the tigers like in their hair. I think it's nice. I think it works out really well. Yeah, the Amoy tiger. She looks alright, but I've gotta say she does not compare to the Amur tiger. Wow! Look at her! She's so much cooler than me. I'd like these big pigtails. She looks a lot fluffier, and based on the fact that this guy is in the snow and this guy is not, it implies to me that this tiger is in colder climates, and I like that they've represented that by giving her thicker, quote-unquote, fur, as it were. That's pretty neato. Another very cute design as well. The yellow is a really cool pop of color. It fits, again, similarly, it fits really well with the rest of the tiger color palette without just slathering her in only, orange. Imposing older sister, exactly. Yeah, the eyes are 10. Eyes are 10 out of 10. The hair looks really good. They're all gonna look really good. They supposedly have a blue variant called a Maltese tiger. Oh, you keep your eyes on the screen, Orion. Don't you worry. Kind of disappointed that the tigers don't have visible large teeth. I think they've got little fangies. They've just got... They're just, you know, little chibi girls. So I think they do. They're just not like huge, huge fangs. Kind of normal, par for the course, little girl fangs that you see in anime. But there are more tigers. Which, the Bengal tiger. I don't love her design as much. These titties are a lot. I don't know, maybe it's the high-waisted skirt that's kind of doing that. But, I don't like this red with this shade of yellow. Since the Bengal tiger is lighter, I like that they did lighten up her, like, orange color, like, compared to the Amur and the Amoy. But I wish then instead of red, these accents were more like a brownie orange, like the actual tiger. She's alright though. The short hair is cute. She looks exactly like the tiger. Like, if you look at like the shape of her hair and then the shape of his like mutton chops, I assume every animal is male, I guess. Like she looks exactly like the actual animal, which is great. But yeah, I think she might be my least favorite of the tigers. Don't worry, but we'll see them all together. Maybe give Bengal's reds the yellow color on the skirt. Maybe. I wouldn't want to lean too much into yellow since she is more yellowy. Oh, here comes, oh, bumped my pop filter. Here's my favorite. This one's my favorite. The golden tabby tiger. I think I'm a sucker for these kind of princess characters. I think they always look really pretty. I think she looks great. These goldens, I mean, it's in the name. She looks perfect. This is a perfect color palette. With this, like, nice brown, the perfect level of, like shading and stuff. I know her hair. They've all got garters. Every single one of them are wearing these, like, garter belts with their thigh highs, probably to continue to emulate that, the stripe gimmick. So it looks really nice. And she's my favorite. She looks exactly like the guy. A stunning color palette. This pop of purple is like, ooh, it's so good. So yeah, I like her a whole lot. She's really swell. Are they all wearing pantyhose? And then Coral asks, are you not? But yes, like how Orion mentioned, we have next the Maltese tiger. And look at this. I'm going to describe her as lesbian bait, and that is a compliment. I have come to appreciate the lesbian bait designed characters. She looks like girls would love her. I love her. I think she looks swell. I have no idea what's up with these tigers. So she looks cool. She's very cool. But I'm so confused by the actual tiger. I didn't do any Google search on it, because I'm lazy. But, but I'm like, what's with this guy? I'm like, this has to be like genetically like altered kind of a thing, yeah? Surely it must be. But whatever. It means we got a very cool addition to the Tiger Club. All of them together, she's a fun addition. A good splash of color in there. Next up, so there are only a few. We're still in tigers. They have, like, mythical creatures in their roster. And I only have a couple of those. Because I didn't want to have too many, I know, legendaries, for real. I didn't want to have a bunch of animals that aren't real, but I liked the Byakko, so I kept her around, because I think they really nailed this heterochromia, and then the gold and blue elements across her. I have no idea what's up with the actual Byakko over there. I don't know anything about this thing, but it looks like a cool tiger guy, and she really feels like a legendary with this white color palette and then the use of yellow and blue. I was so impressed with this design that I just had to include her. So way to go. You've done a great job. I know it's so noodly. Sure, man, I absolutely know how to draw a tiger. Man who did not know how to draw a tiger. According to Google, the Maltese tiger is a cryptid. Fascinating. So that's 2 cryptids in the tiger category. How fun. And then to round off the tiger girls, we've got not cryptid, the white tiger. And they've opted to go for one of the ones that isn't horribly inbred. Because white tigers come in 2 forms. They come in pretty, and they come in uh-oh. So Google them at your own risk. But yeah, she's fun. She's spunky. I like how they really leaned into the black and white element. Obviously the actual tiger, these are more kind of brownish. Having it just be straight gray though looks really smooth. So the tigers are all, sorry, because I'm drinking a tea, my throat's gonna be all fucking gunky. I should have had water with me as well, but instead y'all just gotta hear me clear my throat too often. White tigers also come with no stripes. It feels like at that point, like, what's the point? Fun fact, the snow leopard is more related to tigers than leopards. How fascinating. But yeah, all the tiger girls put together, they're a real collection. I'm impressed that there are this many tigers and they don't all look like the same character. We'll see down the line sometimes their designs will be a little too similar. Like, even the ones with similar color palettes, these don't look like the same girl. They're obviously not the same girl. You know, even, you know, the white and the Byakko. That's not the same character. So I think they look really great. They are consistent while also clearly differentiating the different tigers. Thought there were only 2 tigers, white and orange. No, looks like you got a lot to learn about then. Only one with orange eyes. Yeah, ain't that something? She ends up feeling so boring. It was such a strong start, and then you see all the others, and it's like, who are you? It's you versus all the girls they tell you not to worry about. Yeah, these are all really great. The tigers are absolutely 10 out of 10. But let's move on to the next critters. First OC be like the first tiger for real. I am impressed. Yeah, I am impressed and well expected them to sort of be lazy, just slapping ears and tails. Yeah, they really get creative with some of these. Here's a fun example: the Arabian Oryx, which I don't know shit about oryxes. However, I was fascinated. Why give her these long hair pieces to emulate this guy's horns, when we'll see further down the line girls with just like actually horns, you know, like she's got the tail, the tigers have the ears, And I was like, oh, it must be because this is a male-specific feature. It must be one of the things that the male oryxes get horns and the females don't, but they still wanted to represent the horns, and so she's just got hair pieces that kind of look like them, which I thought was an incredibly clever way of doing it. So that's really swell and neat. Other than that, the design is like, it's fine. It's a solid look. The problem is that, tigers are an inherently interesting looking animal. The Arabian oryx is a little one note, but she's alright, she seems swell. But next up is the Thompson's gazelle, who similarly gets hair pieces instead of actual horns. She's a certainly more exciting looking girl. Like I can respect the kind of monotone, no-nonsense characters, but she does immediately look a lot more fascinating as a character, just looking at her. I'm also fascinated by these. So I don't know, are these leggings made to kind of resemble the pattern of the fur? Or does she just have... like, is this what her skin looks like? I don't know. But they're cool kids. I like their fun little spears. We'll see more of that. More weapons to represent animal kind of weaponry, as it were. Fun fact, you can make an instrument out of an oryx horns called a shofar. I used to have one. Shofar. Ah. Pretty neato. Pretty cool stuff. Does it sound scary, or does it sound, like, cool? Because it sounds like the kind of thing where you'd play it, and it would kind of sound like a haunting thing, but maybe I'm just assuming. I know that rhino horns are made out of compacted hair. Maybe that's the case for the oryx. Hey, fascinating. Wow, that is really fascinating. She has that skin condition where she has, like, dark patches. I don't know what the name is, though. Oh, yeah, that one. Either way. The gazelles-ish. Gazelles. Pretty alright. But next up, I believe this is the first bird. And I gotta say, she's one of the weaker ones, but consistently, I think the birds look really good. This one, I think, is a little goofy in that they just, like, put the eyes in her hair. I think that gives her a goofy look. I think of just these yellow circles. I think they're either pins, like hair clips, or just a pattern in the hair. It's a little tough to tell. I think if it didn't have that, she'd look 10 out of 10. These, like, socks and shoes representing the feet are great. Consistently, we will see the birds will have wings in their hair. And I think it's kind of weird. It's not bad, but I am just kind of like, why not just put them on their backs? Because we'll see another thing with wings on its back, but, whatever, I guess. We all make decisions. But other than the goofy hair clips, she looks great. I like the idea of her eating potato chips that she stole off of the beach. She looks like a mischievous shithead, and it's perfect. Honestly, I think so. The birds are... I get excited to hear me compliment the birds in this show over and over again. Sounds like if you mix a trumpet with the bleating of a goat. It's pretty cool and takes a lot of practice to play properly. Hell yeah, that's cool stuff. Don't like the wings in her hair? Well, you're gonna be disappointed. But... well, that'll happen later. Next up, we've got the aurochs. I don't know how to pronounce this one. And the fact that the image of the animal is like an old-timey looking photo, I don't know if this thing is still around. But I had to include her, cause goddamn, look at those gams. Look at those. She's got legs for days. She could kick the shit out of every person on Earth with legs like those. In a world where everyone else has, skinny noodle legs, those are well-defined thighs, and I was impressed by her. In the camo? What's up with that? She's, like, so cool. Camo girl with muscles, she looks so cute. I need her. The bull is swole. I mean, yeah, the bull is also, like, like ripped to shit. They did a great job. Another girl, by the way, one of the few who gets to have a skin tone, a Nito. They are extinct in 1627. A shame. But at least they get to live on like this. So this is really great. I like that. So clearly they're kind of working with sepia tone photos is all they had. So I feel like they did a great job with what they had. She feels like the photo, complete with the green kind of tinting the film grain, as it were. And the pops of red are really delicious. She looks like she should be in like a fighting game. So they are back from extinction though. Like for real, or do you just mean her? So yeah, she's great. I think she's super fly. A fun one. 100%. Next up, a little less exciting. Her horns are like a barbell. I know! She's so strong! We've got the Australian Devil. Fascinated by the eye patch. That's kind of all I can say about this. You'll notice she's got an apron. I think these things must be marsupials, because we'll see a marsupial for sure later, and that one's also got an apron. So, what a cute way to do that. Like, theoretically, if we got a possum, then it would also have a little apron. What a smart way of doing a marsupial. But yeah, I got the picture of her, and I was like, these ears are very pink. And then I got the picture of the guy, of the critter, and I was like, these ears are very pink. She's cuter than you would think for a devil, you know? It's just, yes, the screaming shorty. Those feet are tiny. They are real itty bitty. She's not the only devil we got, though. You all might be a little bit more familiar with the next devil, the Tasmanian devil. Yeah. They look very similar, these two. In fact, is that the same picture of the same animal? Why? I didn't realize that when I got these two pictures. I think they are. That's the same animal. They look incredibly similar as well. The two girls. Like, that's the same girl, but one's got short hair and the other one's got long hair and an eye patch. I don't know if they're marsupials, but if I remember correctly, they can chew bones. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I think I like the Tasmanian devil girl. Certainly looks more like how a Tasmanian devil feels. Like, if I hear about these devils, I think about Taz, obviously, from the Looney Tunes. And she's giving that kind of energy a lot better. I'm fascinated by the eye patch, though. I think she's neat, but now I'm just confused, now that I've realized that they are the same animal, it seems. Tasmanian devils are carnivorous marsupials that are native to Tasmania, Australia. They are also known as the Australian hyena for their scavenging habits and powerful teeth. Okay, so yeah, they're the same animal. Well, it's kind of boring then, I gotta say. But I guess that's par for the course. Going back to the auroch, the bull, they are extinct, but scientists are working to bring it back with DNA strands. How fun. Needs a dust cloud for real. Well, fascinating. I'm fascinated by the devils. But let's keep moving forward to the axis deer. What cuties. And this is how I figured out that because I was like, see, she's got antlers. And then I was like, no, she doesn't. That's just, that's just more hair styled like that. Because that one's the male and that one's the female. Pretty cool. I don't love her, like, park ranger shirt. I feel like it's sort of, oh, but she gets a skin tone. That's fun. But, so, it's like, I want to like its nice pop of color addition to a brown tan animal. I don't know. I feel like I would like it better if it was green. It's not terrible. It just doesn't feel like it's super coexists. Especially with this red. I think a more green shade would have been better. But other than that, pretty solid. I wonder why they've given her a braid. They don't seem to have super long tails or anything. And I can't see what else they would be representing with that braid. I guess maybe they just wanted her to have a long braid. Take the tie away and it's a 10. I like that the tie kind of represents, like, the white, you know, parts on their necks, kind of a thing. You don't see skirts with pants underneath them often. You know, it's true. I don't hate it, though. I think I like the axis deer. There's kind of a lot going on. Like, if you had, like, break down all the features on the head, it's like, oh wow, there's actually, that's a lot going on here. But it's not bad. She reminds me of other deer girl. I'm not too surprised. There's only so many ways you can do deer girl, I think. But yeah, she's alright. She's alright. Next up, bald eagle. This is gonna be the only eagle, which surprised me. She's super fun. More wings on the head as well. This is when I really noticed it. It was tough to spot with the puffin earlier, but with her it was so immediately. It's hard to miss. It does mean that, like, if you look at just the head is the whole animal in a way. You know, we got the bald, wow, the bald eagle white head, but with its yellow beak and then black wings, and yeah, it works out really well. Bald eagle girl isn't bald. It's true, it's true. I like her a lot. I do sort of wish that this pink accessory, which is probably emulating, we can't see it, I think bald eagle's feet are more pink. That's probably what they might be hinting at. I wish it was red, so that she was wearing red, white, and blue, since the bald eagle is, like, America's national animal. Is that a necessary thing? No. I think it would have been nice. Those wings on the hair really are not working for me here. I think they can work. I'm also not huge on it, though. I gotta be real. Maybe, I don't know, maybe if they were more on the back of the head than up at the front like that, but whatever. Yes, we will be seeing a swan. That'll happen much later, though. If it was red, it would look too much like the actual Marines uniform. You know what? That's a good point. That is a, what the fuck is a kilometer? Yeah, I gotta say, as an American, I don't know what the fuck a kilometer is. I don't really know much about what the fuck a mile is, either. Like, I've never been good with measurements. So. So let's, keep it moving. Next up, we got the Bontang. I don't know what that is. He's a cute little guy. Ox dude. But I don't think it's a dude, because she seems to have horns. That doesn't... Also, her PNG was like a shitty quality for some reason. But I really... Her hair is so cute. It's really, really cute. She seems to actually have horns. So I'm wondering if these things, like all of them, just have horns. You know, male and female. Twins, what the fuck is distance in general? Exactly. What a cute, like, this is a dainty outfit. A frilly, cute outfit for a big guy. I like that. I like that juxtaposition of being like, yeah, I could rip you in half. And also, I want to wear the cute shirts. It makes her look wide, too. It's really smart. It's doing something with a character, but it's also, like, working well with the, I forgot it. Yeah, I could scroll down. Working well with the design of the animal as well. I love the gold accents in her hair as well. But, you know, let's not linger too long. Because I did spoil the bearded seal. And you know what? She's not working well for me. I don't like... Also, look at this shitty picture of the seal. Why is it so far away? But bearded seal, I don't know. She looks just kind of boring. What's going on with this hair situation? I feel like it's supposed to kind of emulate... I think they've got whiskers. It's like, meh. I don't love this pose, and I think that's a big part of it. I think it's supposed to make her look, you know, like a big silly tube, like the actual animal. but it's not working that well, I don't think. Also, I kind of hate having seal flippers on her head. I don't think that's working. But also I think if she didn't have anything on her head, she would just be like a girl. Like, you know? So it's a bit of a I don't like this one. Thought it was her hair. If it is her hair, it's styled to look like flippers, and I don't like it that much. Someone comfort that seal. He looks lonely. He does look a little like, where'd everyone go? I also kind of wish she had a fluffy coat. A lot of the sea critters we'll see later. They feature a lot of swimwear because they're in the ocean a lot. I do kind of agree, though. I kind of wish she had a furry element on her, to some degree. But yeah, whatever. The seal is like fine. They can't all be winners. Next up is another bit of a collection. It's gonna I'm calling it the Spotted Big Cat collection. Starting with the Black Jaguar. Wow. It's like alright. It doesn't help that this image of the Black Jaguar, we can see none of its spots, and we can see them pretty clearly on her. Also, I get it with this purple. I don't like it as much as I had liked the sort of red accents we had seen on the tigers. And I can't figure out why. And I'm worried it's just, I'm like, oh, it's giving too much Blake. You know? Giving me war flashbacks to Ruby. 'Cause, like, there's nothing wrong with this purple. I just find myself not in love with it for some reason. Now that puts on shades is a jag. Okay, you know, I was so excited to read this, and then your joke made 0 sense, Ranger. I'm sorry. Don't know if I love or hate the paw scarf. I don't think it's a paw. I think it's just like, kind of like tail fur is what it's kind of looking like. It's got spots and stuff. I don't think it's a paw. So, it makes it easier to know if you love or hate it, I guess. The lavender-ish shade doesn't help. Should have been more plum. Well, see, I don't know. I'm wondering if I would have liked blue better. But, whatever. Whatever, I guess. So we've got the Black Jaguar. Why aren't the eyes green? I guess they wanted her to look cool. We've got other critters like this, but we've got the Black Jaguar. And next up is the Jaguar. And we'll be able to compare these two. They really are the same design, but kind of color palette swapped. Which I think I like. I think I like that a lot. She, you know, she definitely reads as the Jaguar. I'm not getting tons of personality, but I do think I like this design better in the normal color palette. The black one doesn't look bad, but I don't know, I feel like the white shirt is working better. I like the brown accent. I don't know. I'm not having that problem where, you know, I see a purple shirt and I'm like, I don't know if I like that. You know, she's like kind of par for the course for Kemono friends. We see a lot of girls that look like this. But, you know. Scorpion versus Sub-Zero vibes. Yeah. And it's gonna be weird, because that is not going to continue forward. Because next up we got the Black Leopard, and this is where it really begins to jostle my jimmies, because she doesn't have any spots on her. But the Black Leopard clearly does. And so it's like, why doesn't she have spots like this? Or why doesn't she, isn't she all black like this one? And that's why my jimmies are jostled. However, she does get the green eyes. She's pretty boring. This is a lot of just, you know, black and then a slightly lighter shade of black. I think we could have done something more interesting, especially with the spots being this visible. If we didn't want to fully give her spots, I wish that it had been kind of, instead of black and then this really dark, bluishy purple, if that was instead, it was like black and this sort of brownish red that we can see. I think that would have looked really nice. But as it is, it's a lot of just the same kind of general color on her. She looks pretty boring. I wish she had a pop of good color on her. Fun fact, black jaguars are more common than black leopards. That is a fun fact. But she's not the only one we got. We've got the black leopard and the normal leopard. And this is fascinating because they are very much not just the same design, but in different colors like with the jaguars. And so I don't know what the fuck is going on with the spotted cats, but it's alright. She's like, fine. She's like, fine. I have, you know, no outstanding complaints, but like I said, we get a lot of girls that kind of look like, that look like this in Kemono Friends. So she does end up falling into the crowd a little bit. The short hair, you know, she looks spunky, I guess. It's I wish we was getting a little bit more of this lighter color, or more of this darker color. We kind of stay safely in this middle of the values with her. And again, it's safe. It gets the job done. But I think we could have been pushing these values a little bit more. But I did spoil the next one for just a second. It's the cheetah. And yeah, she's fun. She's definitely different. The purple eyeshadow definitely makes her stand out. As does this long hair. The parts in the front I like a whole lot because they are emulating these like kind of teardrop shapes on the actual cheetah. By the way, what a cutie. I want to pet them really bad. I used to really love cheetahs. Cheetahs used to be my favorite animal. It was why I also liked... No, I don't think any of them used cheetah that often in Animorphs. I used to read a lot of Animorphs. Maybe it was Rachel. I know Rachel definitely had her bear form, but I think she also would go into cheetah form if I remember correctly. Anyway, I like cheetahs. And she looks pretty alright, but she's not the only cheetah we've got. There are multiple cheetahs, because we've got the cheetah, and get ready for this, the king cheetah. And I showed these to Allison, and Allison was like, that's the same girl standing at a different angle. And it's true. If we move to the full picture of all of them, kind of like how I said with the tigers, how they all felt very different. We don't really get that easy different character vibes with the spotted big cats. You know, jaguar and leopard are very similar. You could easily say, oh, one looks like a big sister to the other, but they look very similar. And yeah, the cheetah and king cheetah, it's just her wearing a black shirt and a slightly different skirt. The cheetahs really disappoint me that they're so similar. More like King Rotten Banana. I like giving her a black shirt to kind of convey... She certainly stands out from the other, you know, a lot of white shirt girls we get, but I don't know, it just looks like Cheetah again. Why doesn't King Cheetah have a crown? I don't know, man. That would have helped, I think. Like the black shirt, though, it does feel like she just changed shirts. It really does! It's disappointing. The cheetahs listen to My Chemical Romance. They fucking do. You are right. But then, we don't just have big spotted cats. We also have little spotted cats, and that's what's next. Starting with the Marge? Marge? Like I said, I didn't Google anything outside of the characters. The glasses are fun. This guy does have, look at him. What an angry looking face over here. But the actual animal does have these really distinct, like, kind of rings, and that's so smart, making them glasses. They help her stand out in a world of a lot of girls that look generally like this. I also do like the kind of dark petticoat she's got underneath her skirt. She's alright. She is alright. Hair color needs help. We're gonna see a lot of this shade. I think it does work. You know, we're pulling kind of from this area of the animal. I certainly like that, you know, making it this kind of sandy tan certainly helps her from looking like just another jaguar, you know? Like, she's clearly different from the others, and that's nice. And then we've got the ocelot, which is very much saved by having its distinct spot and stripe pattern in the front. That helps a whole lot, but again, it's another one of these, oh wow, it's the same thing we just saw. Another one of this general color palette. It's got such a bright pink nose. I wish we had gotten that somewhere. Like, she's got this kind of scarf element. I wish the bow in the front was pink. It looks like it's big, bright pink nose. No, it's got totally different hair. The hair is completely different. It's also a different shade of color. So I can't say that this, no, that's the same character again, but it is the same basic outfit again. We're starting to wander into uniform territory a little bit. We do break that slightly with the Sand Cat. Sand Cat feels a lot more different again, probably because we've wandered into another color, being very yellow. She looks little. I don't know if she's actually little, but they've done a good job of making her feel small to match the itty bitty guy over there. But again, other than that, you know, it's the same outfit again. It's very similar to Ocelot's outfit. It looks like, you know, little sister. She's so cute though. She's very cute, but we're just getting a lot of this. And then to, I think, round off this section, yeah, we've got Serval, who is our protagonist. You've seen Serval around. She is the main one. Fascinating that they chose the Serval. I don't know why they would. She seems cool. The animal seems cool. She's not the right color, but having our main character feature be kind of the only one to have this really bright orange, it helps her stand out from the other small striped cats who all have this generally more sandy color palette. But yeah, I'm disappointed that like, this is the same outfit every time, and maybe originally the plan was to have them, like, wear uniforms, but they're just kind of boring. They are saved by slight variations in color and hair length, but, yeah, ear shape, but at the end of the day, it does kind of end up feeling like you have to look for the differences. At a glance, yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you that this one was the Ocelot, and that this one was not, you know. Spots and stripes really breaking the mold with that one, I know, right? Servals do have the highest jump of any cat. I feel like I've seen one in person. I feel like someone brought one to the school one day for, like, yeah, one of those weird assemblies you do, where it's just like, hey, we've got a guy. He's gonna, like, do something. And it's like, are we learning? Serval gives sporty older sister with relationship issue vibes, rather than Protag-chan. I don't know where you're getting that. I have no idea how you're getting that. These do all look like siblings. It's the youngest, it's the second youngest, the second oldest, and the oldest. That's how it feels to me. And so, you know, she's just nice, a little airheaded, was at one point the youngest and never really got rid of her kind of Napoleon complex. Became the new middle child, and then she was the new youngest, and so she became the middle child. And so she's got that spunky enthusiasm that the youngest always has. And then a little bit later down the line, she was finally born, and so it's at that point the system is completely moot, and she's just little. Ocelot Girl does play Minecraft, you're right. She super duper does. And the Marge, she plays like Valorant. Reminds me of one time where someone brought in an Ocelot to school to show to some classes. I really wanted to see it, but never got to before they left. Aw, bummeroni, man. Huge bummer. That's alright. You'll see one eventually. But we're moving away from the cats, and on to the black rhinoceros. Wow, how fun! I really like the armor. That's neat. That's cool. The ears are a little goofy. I wish I liked it. I think her hair is kind of boring. I think if she had, like pigtails to look like the rhino's horns. That could have been neat. But she does not. But I love the armor. You know, that's so different. I feel like the unarmored thigh part ruins it. I feel like they're little chibis, and getting a splash of something else down there is more interesting than just full plate armor. I guess I don't mind it. It helps especially when you see her with the white rhinoceros. Wow! They're a better design, I think. I like her hair better. But both of their color palettes are pretty solid. Her lance also reads more like a rhino horn versus her lance. But other than that, like, I think they're, like, they really excel together. We're really, like, it's easiest to appreciate the rhinos when we see them side by side. Cause it feels like it's like, oh, I see. It's, you know, one of these always tells the truth and the other one always lies. You know, they feel like they were made to be together. So I dig them a lot. I think they're really cute. Having them be armored is so funny. Don't forget, this is a show for children. So is she wearing underwear? It's probably a leotard. A show for children. About children. I like her way better. I like them both a whole lot. I think, yeah, they're both really solid. Good stuff. I like the red and blue accents. I like the rhinos. And this is the first time I've ever said that sentence. Next up, we're into horse territory. Black Thoroughbred, featuring another girl who gets to have a skin tone. Neato. Also, I would be so curious to see if, like, there was some fun crossover between Kemono Friends and Uma Musume, which is the horse girl racing game / anime you may have heard of, which that's supposed to be coming to EN servers, and I'm actually excited. What the fuck is a thoroughbred? It's just a type of horse. A thoroughbred horse it's like pure blood. Think of it like that. A well sought after highfalutin horse. But yeah, they've clearly leaned into the runners aspect. Horses are good runners. She's not as exciting as the Uma Musume girls, but, you know, she's pretty alright. But she's not the only thoroughbred we've got. We've also got a brown thoroughbred. I like her outfit less. I get that they're supposed to be, like, shorts. Like a school uniform thing. Whatever. But again, you know, that looks like a horse girl. I wish she was wearing a cute dress, but again, that's just me pulling on Uma Musume. It's cute that she gets a little flag. But yeah, fun stuff. But she's, again, not the only one. We've also got the white thoroughbred. Oh, and I spelled thoroughbred wrong this time. You can tell. I like her pink accents the most. I think the white one is my favorite. I like her braids, and I like the little pink accents. But the blue on the black thoroughbred and the red on the brown thoroughbred aren't terrible. Maybe if they swapped those, if the black thoroughbred got red accents and then the brown thoroughbred got blue accents, they would all kind of pop a little bit more interestingly. But yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, this is alright. This is swell. They are horse girls. They look like horse girls to me. They're alright. Just makes me excited for Uma Musume. It's hard to fuck up a horse girl. I've gotta be honest. Would brown and blue go well together? I think so, yeah. You'd have to, maybe not this shade of blue, maybe like a lighter blue. Like kind of similar, like a baby blue to forget-me-not blue, that kind of shade. But yeah, I think brown and blue can go swell together. Next up, the black-backed jackal. I like that they've put the pattern on, the black back pattern on the vest. And I do like that it's on the front so it's easier to see, but it does make me go, well, she's wearing her vest backwards, doesn't it? Also, are these like long gloves or is that her skin? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Yeah, she avoids being part of the these all look the same spotted girls because the stripes, and she's got a different outfit actually. Giving wannabe protagonist vibes. It really is. This is a rival for sure. The black back to front jackal. Next up, look at this goofy ass girl. She looks wall-eyed. She doesn't know where the fuck she is. She's lost as shit and she doesn't even know it. The black-tailed prairie dog. I guess this is the best you could do. I don't know how I feel about this green. It's like fine. It's nice to get a pop of color in a world where otherwise it'd just be a lot of tan browns. That's a lot of what the animal kingdom has. But I don't know. She's fine, I guess. I don't love her, but I don't see what else you could have done. I do like that she's looking out, because that's what prairie dogs will do. They're always on lookout, so... Got her eyes open for predators, I suppose. Next up, we've got the blue wildebeest. Wow, these things kill Mufasa. I don't like her colors. Well, okay, I do. I do really like this white and black kind of monochrome color palette, but that's not what the wildebeest looks like. The wildebeest is a lot more brown and gray, and it's like, I like this color palette better, but I recognize that it's not particularly accurate, so I don't know. It's like, yeah, you know what? That's actually kind of a good point. It is a blue wildebeest. If we're going to wander away from its actual color, I wish they had put her in like a silver gray blue, you know? So, these boots are cute though. I like those. Those are nice. Why are they blue? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. They're bluish, I guess, in the right light. More blue than brown. There are probably other types of wildebeests. But, that's okay. 'Cause they're blue as in sad. These things kill Mufasa, which is great, because the lions are up next, including, another one that I think is either a myth or no longer around, the Cape Lion, because we only had this cool illustration. She is fun though. Look at how exciting she is. I like all this hair, like, that feels like a lion. It's getting the job done. We got another fun pop of green, and I don't know, maybe I just like this shade of green better than the one we had seen on the prairie dog. Why no cape, you know? It's a good point. And I could not tell you. But this is really exciting. The lion from caveman times? Yeah, I don't know. And I certainly like her better than the only other lion we've got today. Lion. There are other types of lions, but I don't like her. I don't really like this red. I wish that instead it was black, kind of like this dark part of the lion's mane. But also, so I get it. I get what they're trying to do. She's got her big hair, just like the Cape Lion, you know, to look like a lion's mane. But this, like, fur part is not working. It works here because it's small. It being this high up, like, they all have, you know, let's move over to a different girl. I mean, a lot of their necks are covered. Here we go. We can see on the horses that they have these really tiny little necks. And then we jump to the lion, and it's like her neck's been stretched. It's too much. It's not working right. If they wanted it to be this furry, they should have hid her mouth a bit. Like, kind of like Grusha in Pokemon. But, yeah, so I don't like the lion as much as I wish I did. Yes, the Cape Lion is extinct in the wild. The last known Cape Lion was killed in 1858, but some say the last one was hunted in, Natal in 1865. The Cape Lion's extinction was likely caused by European colonization, which led to overhunting and habitat loss. That's why a lot of things went extinct, it seems. Overhunting. What a shame. Her neck should be on the alpaca. You're right. But, yeah, you know, it's a bummer, but the lions just don't hold up to the tigers, unfortunately. Giving female gelatin. It is! Maybe it's to give her a royal look. Kings of the jungle as they are. But, whatever. We're wandering more toward, there's more little cat gals, but she doesn't have any spots. The Carkle. Did I spell it right? Carcel? Carkle? Her, I like her very orange color, the sandy orange. But, you know, similar to the spotted ones we saw earlier, like the ocelot. This is the exact same outfit again. She's cute, but she's saved by just not having some spots. But that's okay, because we're entering... I didn't lump them all together because they're not the same type of monkey, but we do have monkeys. And I think that's weird. To have monkey people. I don't know. I don't know why that one's weird. But it is weird. I like that the chimpanzee is like a doctor. Like a scientist. Because chimpanzees use tools. They're one of the few animals, other than humans, who actually make and use tools. So that's neat. I feel like there's not much else I could say about her. The purple is fascinating. And I don't know if I like it. The ears work. She is cute. I don't know, I just think I don't like the monkeys. What's wrong with her glasses though? Well, she's wearing a monocle, that's what it is. It's only half of the glasses. Maybe they should have made her a little buff, because aren't chimpanzees dangerous? Well, most animals are dangerous, you know? Yeah, the chimpanzees aren't more dangerous than the lions. I don't know. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. She's one of the less interesting looking monkeys, though. We've also got the gold lion tamarin. I'm realizing I've never said this monkey name out loud before. Tamarin? Cute. A cutie pie. I don't know if I saw her, I would immediately think a monkey. But also, I'm not super familiar with these monkeys, so that might just be my issue. I think the outfit is very cute. The monkey is also very cute. She looks like a scientist, probably remained that chimpanzee can adapt very quickly. Yeah, it's true. They are smart little guys. That's a strawberry shortcake character. She is kind of giving strawberry short. I like her. Why is she so unconfident? You know, he doesn't look that confident over there either, so. Yeah, I like her. I think she's fun. I like the cute, like, Chinese-inspired dress. She's neat. But, come on, we got the golden snub-nosed monkey, and that one is Sun Wukong. That is so Sun Wukong. That's just Sun Wukong. She's got the stash, she's got the gold headband. That's Sun Wukong. She looks great. Again, I don't know if I would see her, especially with that tail. That doesn't look like a monkey tail. I wouldn't be like, a monkey. She has pretty normal looking ears. But she's Sun Wukong, so I'd be like, a monkey, I see. Also, the golden snub-nosed monkeys are very cute. It makes me kind of wish she was more pale. Because they've got these really white faces. I don't know. She's got plenty of white on her, so I guess it's fine. She is kind of giving marching band, which isn't bad. I like her a lot. I think she's my favorite of the monkeys. I'm not huge on monkeys in general. Oh my gosh! But next up is we don't have one of all the monkeys together, because they're like completely different species of monkeys. So it felt unnecessary. Like, there's nothing to compare with them, as it were. But here comes, next one. The mandrill, I think, is my least favorite here. 1, so this hair looks bad. 2, so she's got like a mask of the mandrill face. That's weird. I don't like that. you've got an animal that finally has some really bright colors on it, and we could have given her like cool like lipstick or eyeshadow, and instead you just lazily give her a mask. That's boring. And also, what's with this goofy ass pose? What is she doing? She looks like she's running at top speed, but with her arm limp. They really, and I will say, there is an old design for her. Some of them have old designs, and I went with the new, like, current design for all of them. And the old design does seem to have, like, some kind of face paint. I'm wondering if they changed that in a way to not offend, like, indigenous peoples, you know? Like, they didn't want to do something like that? Question mark? I have no idea. Again, I did no research on this. Maybe they just didn't like the face paint. But I think this looks bad. I don't like her. And honestly, even with her just straight up holding half of a mandrill's face, like, I would be stumped for a second, being like, so what animal is this? Like a fuzzy owl? I don't know. And it's bad. I don't like this one. Yeah, could have put the bright colors on her shirt, maybe on her leggings, but no, there's just, I don't like her. I don't like anything about her, but that's okay. We're gonna wander back into the good categories. This next one really surprised me. I really didn't expect this. Common hippopotamus. I saw her first, and I was like, that doesn't look much like a hippo to me. And then I got the picture on the wiki of the hippos, and I was like, God damn, look at all this pink on them. And that was the thing. I was like, all this orangish pink? I don't know, that's weird. But they've got that. And so it's like, well, what else are you gonna do with a hippo? I think, yeah, she looks pretty cool. I don't know if I would jump to, that's a hippopotamus, if I saw her. But I hear it. Like, you tell me, oh, she's a hippo. And I go, oh, yeah, okay. I do like that these hair pieces are doing their best to emulate the shape of the hippo's snouts. I think they're again doing as well as they could for an animal that for all intents and purposes have no features. A hippo's biggest feature is its mouth. And how do you do that without just like making her whole design a hippo mouth? And I think this is pretty alright. Surprisingly cool. Yeah, I think that's how I'd say it too. She looks ready for the mud. Like she could get on a dirt bike and kill a man. God just dropped a wad of mud and said hippo. It really. Baby hippos especially. That's as close as we'll ever get to having a real Pokemon on planet Earth, I think. She'd be friends with the one hippo from Agretzko? I think so. Looks like one of those calm psychopaths. She could absolutely kill a person. Hippos are one of the most dangerous animals. So, yeah, absolutely. That's a cold-blooded killer right there. I don't know what's up with this zipper. What are we zipping back here? I don't know. Fun fact, hippo are very aggressive and very dangerous. They're also related to whales and dolphins. It's all true. Don't get near a hippo. They will really fuck you up. The holes, are they nostrils? I think they are trying to kind of look like nostrils. Maybe the eyes. But in fashion world, they kind of just look, it looks like there should be a string tying them together, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm really impressed with the common hippopotamus. And we're gonna be followed up by another real strong one. The domestic pig. I fucking love this one. I think this is my favorite one. The domestic pig looks so good. I love her. I love her so much. The white and pink is so good. The hair clip looking like so that's just a pig snout. But it being like a really clearly off-center hair clip avoids the like the issues we had seen earlier, and the fact that she's like, she's dressed up. Yeah, she does look like a magical girl. She's like a show pig. She's a blue ribbon show piggy. I really love her. I adore her. I think my only critique is that she's got thigh highs on, but they're like the exact same shade as her skin. I thought she just had bare legs, and no, she doesn't. And I take issue with that. I wish that they like faded to white more or something, but I wish I could make designs this cute. I see her, and it makes me sit here and think, oh, goddamn, I should have been a piggy VTuber. So, I love her. Love her the most. She's good. A good design. And the good designs are gonna keep rolling on forward, because we are entering what might be the strongest team. It's the Penguin Squad. I think all the penguins in Kemono Friends, they are the reason that I thought to do this. Because they all look so good. I can't remember why, but I had Googled, like, Kemono Friends penguin, because I knew that they existed. And I was looking at, like, how to I think it had something to do with Project Sekai. I was like, how do you design penguins, you know? That was the connecting thread. It was Project Sekai, penguins, Kemono Friends. And the penguins all look so good. They emulate the beaks in the hair perfectly, without it ever looking like just a beak stapled onto their foreheads. They're all slick. We're starting with the Emperor Penguin. A strong opener. We've got having her jacket have the yellow-orange features of the Emperor Penguin. So good. They've all got, like, headphones, and I don't really know why, but they look good, so, like, so who cares, I guess. Emperor Penguin is great. The Gentoo Penguin, I really like her design. This is so fucking cute. The jackets, having, like, being full sleeve jackets to emulate the penguin's silly flippers is brilliant. Those are headphones? Thought that was her hair. No, they've all got, like, headphones on. And I don't know why, but it looks so good. I guess penguins have these, I don't know, these, like, lines on their foreheads. It works really well. This is one of the best examples, I think, of how do I make a human design look like an animal without it just being the animal? These feel like they really had thought put into them. Someone really cares about penguins on the Kemono team. Kemono Friends team. Humboldt Penguin might be the one you would know the best, because there is a story about how, also I love the pink on her. The pink elements look so good. It's so cute. There's a story, quite famously, Kemono Friend, big PNGs, like stands, were put into the habitats in a zoo, to, you know, just to help kids be like, oh, I recognize that character, that's from Kemono Friends, it's that animal, that kind of a thing. Easy stuff. Great stuff. It'd be like having, like, Hello Kitty at pictures hung up at like an adoption center for cats, you know? Easy. No problem. One of the penguins at the zoo, fell in love with the big PNG of Humboldt Penguin. And like would refuse to like leave her side. It would try to give her food, and eventually, and so they just like let the penguin be in love with this big PNG of Humboldt Penguin. Eventually, the penguin did pass away, unfortunately, but the zoo then got like a picture of her and the penguin, like the character and the penguin from the zoo together. And I think that's like up in their zoo somewhere. You can find info on all that online. It's so cute. So if you've seen any of them, it's probably her. What a cute story. And a great design. We've got more King Penguin. King Penguin looks like she's just trying to be Emperor Penguin. Like, Emperor Penguin is the Emperor Penguin, and King Penguin wants to think they're hot shit, but they're just not as. They aren't actually the leader. They want to be, but they aren't, you know? But still a really great design. All the same really stunning design elements. I'm constantly impressed with their hair looking like the beaks. It's so good. Rockhopper Penguin. I have no idea what's with the headphones. I really don't. Rockhopper Penguin looks so good. They all look so good. I wish her eyes were brighter. This guy's got very red eyes. I wish her eyes were more piercing. But you know, I guess it can't be perfect all the way around. And finally, the Royal Penguin. This looks like God's mistake. This looks like I drew this penguin. You think they're earmuffs? Oh, you know, I think you might. They look awfully cyber. They look, maybe you're right. Maybe they're just cool earmuffs. But I think you might be right. That certainly makes, that makes sense. That guy is not royal. Yeah, that guy is a goober. She's cute though. She's a lot of fun. The penguins are, like I said, the best collection of designs. They really look great. They all are stunning. It makes me want to do better as a character designer, so I can be more like the Kemono penguins. Royal as an inbred, it seems. For real, though. The headphones on the King Penguin look like they're extended. Like, why are they so pointed down? Because she wants to pretend she's the protagonist. Also because, I think it's because the King Penguins it's tough to see. They've got big orange spots on them. So I think they're trying to emulate that. But let's move forward. We can't talk about the penguins all day. We are into the bears. The Eurasian brown bear. I think, generally, the patterning on the Kemono friends looks pretty solid. Looks good enough. Having the snouts of the bears represented with just a spot on the forehead, I feel like it's not working that well. Also, this weapon feels a little bit on the nose. It's like fine, I guess, but I don't love it. I don't love this either. This is a lot of brown for her to not be wearing any brown. I wish she instead had a coat instead of like a brown undershirt. This one's a miss. This one's gonna be a miss if you ask me. The Ezo brown bear. I don't know what's up with all this pink, but it certainly makes her exciting. Also, this is tough to spot. But, so she's got mostly this, like, pale hair. It fades to big dark pigtails. So, that's exciting. But again, you know, we just don't have much of this brown color on it. And it's the color palette that's really throwing me with the bears. But I do like her pink accessories. I think, moreover than looking like an otaku, I think they're meant to look like they're cheerleaders. Like, this is actually what those features are supposed to be for. I think they're cheerleaders. I don't know why. But sure, I guess. Giant panda. That's as good as you're gonna get, I think. What else are you gonna do for the giant panda? It is a giant panda. I do wish that the shirt was black and the skirt was white. So then, because, you know, its arms, it's got this black part, and then that feels like a mistake. The panda looks sad. Oh, no, it's not. Those things are dumb as rocks. I do like that she is the only one that isn't given a weapon. Because, again, pandas are dumb as rocks. She just has bamboo. There is a red panda. We will get to it later. It doesn't get to actually be part of the bear group. The Kodiak bear. A better iteration of the pink cheer squad features, I think. Listen, the Ezo brown bear, she's exciting, but it ends up feeling like a lot. Versus the Kodiak bear, where it being a fun accent, I think is nicer. I think I just kind of dig her vibe better. And I feel like we're getting a lot of brown on her, actually. So I think this might be my favorite of the bears so far. So we're all right. Wish she had striped socks, though. You mean the panda? Or Kodiak bear? Surely you mean the panda. I think instead, if she just had, like, knee-high socks. And then, her thighs looking like the white part of the panda. I feel like they could have done the panda much better. Kodiak bear is pretty alright. I like her. I like her plenty. Polar bear is probably the best one because they actually put her in a fucking coat. What a shame that her color palette by necessity is a bit boring. I do like that she's got her kind of like fingerless gloves, but then underneath are more gloves that are dark. That's nice. She's alright, I guess. I kind of wish she had darker skin because, fun fact, polar bears, their fur is white, but if you shave a polar bear, their skin is actually quite dark. It's to protect them from the sun. And so I wish she had darker skin. Cause what a cool way to represent that. She's probably got like a black shirt on underneath all this. But I think my idea sounds cool. Who's out there shaving polar bears? Zookeepers and probably also poachers. But anyway, here are all the bears. It feels a little silly to kind of really compare them. They're so different. I definitely do think the Kodiak one is my favorite. But they're all kind of, like, fine, I guess. God, the paw weapons are annoying. I think they could be worse. I guess. Yeah, I like them enough, I guess. Since it's consistently, like, weapons like this. Like, all the antlered, critters get their, like, big, like, things just representing their horns. So, I guess it's in line with the rest of the show. It's alright. It's alright. It's fine, I guess. I don't know. No one's favorite is gonna be the bears, I think. What a shim-sham-baroony. Imagine having a polar bear in the Arctic and accidentally losing the fur and snow. Wow. Oh yeah, like shaving one? Yeah, that would be embarrassing. But let's move on. Someone had mentioned that the, like, prairie dog looks like owls. But now we actually have owls. Wow, we only have 2 of them. But they are little cuties. The Eurasian eagle owl. She's alright. I'm glad that they really nailed the kind of big wall eyes. Honestly, it's a perfect match. It's got the horns and everything. She does also have the wings. They're just folded. They certainly look better when they're not fully extended, I think. I don't know what's with the ice pick. They both will have this. Is this to represent talons? But yeah, she's like perfect. I see no way to improve this. The northern white-faced owl is similarly really stunning. She's got the cute little gloves to look like the talons, and just a little bit of fade on the tip of her bangs to look like its beak as well. Another real wall-eyed motherfucker. Perfect. Perfect options. Yeah, no idea what's with the ice picks. They both have them. The owls are great. Like I said, they really nail birds. The birds are consistently excellent in the show. It makes me surprised that they didn't go with a bird as the protagonist. Next up, we've got the Ezo Red Fox. Wowee. I feel like this design could be better. It feels like a far cry from the interesting version of a school uniform we had seen with the tigers. It doesn't help that I kind of hate that we've got so many different shades of orange on her. I wish that instead, I don't know. I especially don't like, so I don't like that her hair is this like bright orange. I feel like it should have been more orange, and then maybe the shirt be the brighter orange. Also, I hate that the tail is just brown. Why? That looks bad. I don't like that. I don't like that. Her color palette is what bothers me the most, I think. So, yeah. Isn't this the Demon Slayer lady? No, wait, Chainsaw Man. You're gonna have to be slightly more specific. Wait, are those just talons, but like glued to a stick? You mean with the owls? No, I think they're ice picks. I don't know why. Yeah, Fox. I think Fox could have been better. Red Fox has no red. I know, right? The devil teeth girl. I don't know. Power. No. No, she does not look like Power. But I can see how you as a not fan might think that. She does kind of look generic. There could be better. This could have been better. Disappointed. Fennec Fox. This is what Tails is in Sonic. Yeah. She's got a lot of character. I could give her that. The ears are spot on. Those are some big fucking ears. It's another similarly kind of boring design, but I think her expression is doing so much for her. Yeah, absolute gremlin goober. I like these dark bits. They're kind of hard to see. These dark bits, like, kind of sticking out on her bangs to kind of look like the whiskers. I think that could have looked goofy, but she thinks she's pulling it off. So, you know, I think I like them. And finally, we've got Silver Fox, and that name should have an asterisk, because I realized I forgot to put down the name, so it might be called the Gray Fox instead. That's just color swapped Red Fox. Like, that is the same girl. Like, same exact girl. She even looks like the same, like, personality. I guess I do like it better in the silver version, but, the foxes ended up being shockingly disappointing. Yeah, it is the shiny version. Yeah, I don't know, I think they could have done better. The Fennec should not be my favorite over there, and it is. Whatever, I guess. They probably designed these pretty early on, I can only assume. Frilled Lizard, a shockingly good one. Wow, like that's what that is. Look at her, she's perfect. She's yelling like him. This is great, honestly. I see no other way they could have done this. And I think those are just frills. I don't think that's like a clothing accessory. I think it's great. This is... no notes. I want her as like a figure, like a little figure. Have they come up with interesting penguin designs but not good fox designs? Yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, someone just really cares about birds on the team. Girl yells at Cloud for real. She's really fun. I like her. Here comes another shockingly good one. The giant otter. So first, we have to talk about what an unfortunate image this is for the guys. These animals look like freaks. This is not a flattering image. They look like little mud monsters. But her, she's spot on. Like, I saw her, and I was like, yeah, that's a giant otter. Like, goddamn, like, they've nailed it. She looks more like a giant otter than these guys do. They got the whiskers. They've got, like, the pattern is perfect. She's also got some muscle definition. Another good swimmer, it seems. She's great. I swear it was this big. Yeah, that's what she's saying. Like, yeah, the wetsuit having a fun pattern on it to look like the otters. This is just smart, good, and unfortunately the giant otter is going to be the best one. Looks like some kind of ancient animal that lived thousands of years ago. I know, right? They look like creepos. But they're not the only unfortunate looking otter, because the Japanese otter, this is taxidermy. Surely it must be. And I don't know why. Are these extinct? She does not look as good. She looks like, I like the cute, like, frills on her outfit, but she just does not look as good as the giant otter. She's like so mid. I kind of hate her expression too. 100% taxidermy. Yeah, that is a taxidermied animal, and I just don't know why. That guy woke up before his alarm without coffee. And also, so we've also got the small clawed otter. She's looks like a more fun character, a slightly cuter skirt, and look, an otter that actually, I want to pet him. I want to pet this cute little dude. But the otter's just like, these two are so boring compared to the giant otter. And maybe it's just because, like, she's got better shading than them. I don't know, but these two just missed the mark somehow. Yeah, their bangs are slightly different, and she's got one more frill on her skirt. That's really all the difference between them. Disappointing, I gotta say. Yes, the Japanese river otter was declared extinct by Japan's Ministry of the Environment on August 28th, 2012. That was recent. God damn. Not silver, though? Yeah, no. Small clawed otter. Yeah, also, why is it this color? The otter is not that color. Is it because then it would look too much like the Japanese otter? Just make her brown. I don't know. The otter's another shocking disappointment. But we'll walk away from the disappointment for just a second to go to another urban legend, I'm pretty sure. I can't pronounce this one with confidence. I'm gonna try. Jinmengyo. So that looks like a fish with a man's face. And I didn't realize this was an urban legend until after I'd already copied and pasted her in. I thought it was fun to get at least one fish in here. And she does have her mask to look like a man face. I feel like what else am I supposed to say though? So her outfit, I like the kimono idea that she's got. It's not really right. It's not quite right, but it gets the job done. She's neat. What's up with the fish? Big bad with the two nameless sidekicks. Exactly, with the otters. Yeah, so this, confused is how she leaves me. But whatever. I liked seeing the fish with the man face. Jinmin does mean human-faced. Don't know about the fish. Look, that's a human. So, that's an eye. That's a human nose. There's another eye. Do you see it? Do you, like, I know that this on the side of the face is actually the eye, but pretend you can't see that. And do you see the man face now? Eye? Nose? Can you zoom in? An eye? Another eye? A nose? I see it now. There we go. But, messed up my formatting. I'm on a, this is a PowerPoint. But we'll move on from the man face fish. So, right, cause yeah, Gyo was just fish. This is literally man fish. Neat. Anyway. Let's move forward. To the wolves! We got the gray wolf first. I feel like I've definitely seen her before. The most interesting thing she's got going for her is the heterochromia. I like the plaid plenty. This isn't terrible. It's certainly better than, like, the foxes. So she's alright. The unfortunate thing is, she's just kind of a Route 1 gray wolf girl. You know, I've seen a million VTubers who look like this, you know? But she's alright. She's pretty cool. She definitely could have looked worse. And here comes another taxidermy animal. The Japanese wolf. That's taxidermy. She's fine. I am fascinated by the Japanese taxidermied animals sticking with this tan brown color. The pink is an interesting choice. I think I like her. It's another color palette swap. Her sleeves are different, I'll give her that. But other than that, you know, she's kind of, it's just the gray one again. I guess between the two, I do like the Silver Wolf's color palette better. He's about to fall over. He's dead! It's taxidermy! That is a dead animal. That's been stuffed. No, that is clearly a completely alive and breathing creature. The Japanese wolf is officially extinct in Japan, but there are efforts to reintroduce them. The last known sighting of a Japanese wolf in captivity was in 1905, and the last official recording was in Nagano Prefecture. Ooh, I pronounced that wrong. During the Meiji era, 1868 to 1912. However, some say that the Japanese wolf may still exist in the wilderness. Fascinating. He's alive. Source, trust me, bro. Next up is another good bird. We've got the Greater Honey Guide. Wow, look at her! Look at her, wow, that's so cute! I love these, like, wing motif on her, like, bow. The jacket is also just a cute design element. Again, she looks best with the wings pulled back like this, as opposed to fully extended. And again, we got the beak. The birds just look good. They just do. Thought she was a pigeon. You know what? Pigeons are kind of the default look for bird. As cute as this is, it's also a punch to the gut because I always forget extinctions happen every year and not 1 million years ago. Yeah, it is a bummeroni, but, you know, we're making great strides with what we can do with science and stuff. So, you know, we're trying to, the fact that we're trying to reintroduce animals back into the world is great. And eventually we'll be able to do it easier, better, faster, bigger, stronger, more, you know? Thought she was a human. Yeah, you know, the bird tail is also tough to spot with this dark background. But, yeah, she's great. She's really, really swell. Next up, we got Gravy's zebra. I don't know how I feel about her shirt. Like, she looks like this is like a plumber's outfit, you know? I also don't understand what's with the dowsing. Like, so she's got this thing. I'm pretty sure it's for dowsing. Her old design also had, like, a dowsing rod. Maybe zebras, like, look for the rain, or they are used to track the weather. She's so ready to drink water. She's got so many. She's never gonna be thirsty. But I dig her vibe a lot. I feel like I don't know if I like the blue, but I don't think I dislike the blue. So there we go. Zebra girl looks like she's daydreaming for sure. I love sleepy looking characters like that. I really do. I dig that vibe of them. She looks like she is at the end of the end of the finish line for the horse girls earlier, so she can give them all of their, like, hey, good job, girls. Drink some water. Have a Gatorade. Yeah, and you know what? I guess I like giving her a blue shirt better than more white or black, because that would kind of end up becoming a lot. But they are really limited on the colors with the zebra, so I like her. Whoever named their child Gravy were probably hungry. I think it's a last name. Hi, my name is Todd Gravy. Also, why French flag? But where? Oh yeah, look at that. Down there. I don't know. Maybe her water is sponsored by France. Couldn't tell ya. Oh wait, is this the zoo where one of the penguins fell in love with one of the mascot cutouts? We talked about that! We've all Plague Doctor. I think you showed up just after the penguins, I'm pretty sure. That was the Humboldt penguin. That was that adventure. But yeah. This is the show that Humboldt penguin comes from. Zebra, I think she looks great. I don't think I could think of anything better to do. Honey badger. Fascinating. That's another one where I'm like, yeah. But it's just a little boring. I like that she's got the band-aid. These guys are, I'm gonna describe them as scrappy. And I think that's a cape that she's dramatically ripped off. Like, you know, yeah, come fight me, kind of a deal. But, I don't know, it's kind of a boring design, but it's also kind of a boring animal, so. So yeah, I don't know what else you could have done with the honey badger. make her look scrappier, I guess. This is another one that's a lot of black. I don't know. I wish we had wandered more into gray somewhere. The red scarf cape thing would have helped, but she's not wearing it. Yeah, but that's also the thing. What else are you supposed to do? Really nothing. They are... I know they're a pretty featureless animal. Give her a knife. She should have a knife. But look, we got very clear fangies with this one. So that's pretty cool. It's cool that she's got that. Honey badgers are resistant to a lot of venoms and basically refuse to die. Yeah, they eat like fucking like centipedes and scorpions. They're crazy. Looks like its paw is bigger than proportionally normal. Yeah, I think there's a lot of foreshortening happening with the picture of the animal over there. Its paw does look big. Too angry to die. Next up is another good bird. The Japanese crested ibis. That's just what that is. The bird designs are so good, it makes me think about Deep Sea Prisoner. Who you all will know better as if you know Grey Gardens or Wadanohara and the Deep Blue Sea. I've talked about Deep Sea Prisoner quite often. I've made it clear that she is a huge inspiration for me. And the bird designs, it makes me think about Wadanohara's Deep Sea Critter designs and how they're similarly just great. I love this. I adore this. This is great. I love the colors. She looks like she's seen the dark future. She does. She is giving fortune teller. And I think it's the color palette that does that. These colors, this just means shrine maiden. and I think it's fun. Kind of wish she was a had a more oriental outfit. Like maybe a kimono or something. That could be cool. I agree. This isn't too bad. I like that. I mean, it's a pretty easy one to represent, having white and red, which is just on the animal. But it, you know, she does convey the Japanese flag pretty well in that regard. So that's pretty neato. Hisuian Zoroark. She looks like she's watching them fly away and thinking, how the fuck am I supposed to do that? I know, her wings are so small. Her hair wings look better when they're down or smaller like this, rather than the big bald eagles. Yeah, well, we're gonna see another one soon. That's something. But first, we've got the koala. Another iteration of just having a spot on her hair to represent its snout. I don't think it's that good. She looks like she would be best friends with the panda earlier. But look, she's another one. Another marsupial with an apron. So yeah, that really confirms it. This is alright. You know, but I feel like I only think, oh yeah, that looks like a koala. Because this is basically verbatim Kamala, the Pokemon. They are dumb. They are, koalas are, they do look very cute though. Yeah, she's cute. I like her plenty. She's no protagonist, but I dig her. I dig her a lot. But yeah, here's another bird, with big wings, and it's so close. I think, okay, so I like her. The lappet-faced vulture. I love this pink hair. That's so good. And it being really short. Like, she looks exactly like the vulture, and it just looks so cool. And I love this scrappy leather jacket. Vultures are scavengers. Having her kind of look like Mad Max-ish is like 10 out of 10. Yeah, she's wearing chaps as well. She looks so cool. I just don't know if I like the wings. It's such a bummeroni. I guess I like them. Wings should go back like a double mohawk. Imagine them flapping like that though. But I do like her a lot. The wings have me going eh, but you know, that's the design choice they chose to go with. So it's just how it be, I suppose. But yeah, thought they were horns. I don't see, oh, because the background being dark probably doesn't help. I don't think the wings work in this one. They should be represented by coat ends. well, they give them actual animal features, you know, like the koala has koala ears. So I don't mind them actually giving her wings. Again, I just think putting them further back on the head would help more. But que sera sera, I suppose. I do really like her design though. She's a good one. Here it is, the lesser panda, which I think we all know better as the red panda. Cute little dudes. She is wearing too much black. So the red panda does have a lot of this black fur. But I don't know. I wish she had more of that red on her. She's also wandered pretty far into orange. I wish it was brighter. They're lesser in size. That's why it's the giant panda and the lesser panda. That's why. Yeah, she's like fine, but if I saw her, I wouldn't think, oh, a red panda. You know, I'd be like, oh, what critter is that? Lesser, she's too cute and too smart to be labeled lesser. Maybe. They are funny little cutie pies. I think she's a lemur. Yeah, with that tail, maybe. Yeah, she's like, I wish I liked her more than I do, but I just don't. Which is unfortunate. But we've also got the raccoon dog. And I'm not sure if the raccoon dog and the tanuki are the same thing. I think they are, but I'm not 100% on that. It's a raccoon dog. Also, what a goofy ass name. Yeah, they are excellent. So that's a tanuki. It's what Tom Nook is in Animal Crossing. Another kind of generally connected to a raccoon animal. They're cutie pies. She is not giving raccoon dog. You know, they're not, she's not, both of these fail, I gotta say. They do not look like the animal. Her uniform especially is befuddling. Just having her straight up in a blue sailor uniform. Plenty of the girls have been wearing uniforms, but they've all matched the animal. Like, why is she just wearing blue? I don't like her. I don't like either of them. I don't think they're well done. I'm disappointed, because I think these could have been great. Fun fact, tanukis have massive... then you didn't finish the sentence for no reason. But everyone knows it. Tanukis have huge ball sacks. Why? I don't know. It's probably for sex. Every weird animal penis fact, the answer for why is to make it easier to impregnate things, I guess. But, yeah, disappointed in these two. Here comes another weird one, but it's not bad. Mexico salamander, which I know better as the axolotl. This is, I think, as good as you could get. I feel like they struggled a little bit with the salamander's goofy little antlers, goofy little horn things. But, you know, if I saw her and it was like, what animal is that? I'd go, is it an axolotl? Because nothing else has funny little horns like that. And then, yeah, having it be this, like, swimsuit, but like a dress. Because axolotls are like, I don't know, they're slimy little, almost see-through dudes. They're little weirdos. I kind of love them. And I kind of love her design. It's a little basic. She looks sort of lost. Like, she's like, am I done? But you know what? It's not bad. I don't know, but she reminds me of Yui from Magia Record. You know what? I think it's the hair. And I can see it. I see how you're getting there. I think she's fun. I'm glad that they tried to do the axolotl. We got another big good one coming up. The moose. Wow, this might be the most dangerous animal on the whole list. Moose? A moose will fuck you up. These things dive. They run at max speeds. They're bigger than trucks. It makes me wish she was, like, bigger. Kind of like the extinct bull, the auroch that we saw earlier. But, you know, she's alright. She feels Canadian, somehow. Moose, fun fact. When I was in the 4th grade, I remember I decided, Oh, the plural of moose must be meese. And I wrote that down. Cause goose and geese. And that's not true. The plural of moose is moose. Look at all those moose. Because I had started to write mooses when my teacher corrected me. And she was like, no, no, no. Yeah, it's moose. A goofy one. She's alright. You know, she gets the job done well enough. It's another one that it's pretty monochromatic. We've got some nice tans in here that we could have played with. She gets the job done. Can we eat moose in the US? They look tasty. That's a crazy thought. You think that animal looks tasty? Nah, way, man. That animal looks gamey. Things that are muscly aren't fun to eat. And so a moose would probably be, it'd be like you'd have to chew for an hour, you know? Nope, the plural of goose is geese. Don't ask me why. English makes no sense. We're getting near the end, though. Next up, we got the northern ghost hawk. Ghost hawk? Ghost hawk? It's a hawk. She does look like a hawk, and I think it's the shading happening here that has the actual bird looking a little blue. I think this white color palette is more accurate. It's, again, stunning. It's perfect. They're so good at doing the birds. I can see no other way to have done this. I wish we had replicated this nice kind of patterning on her design somewhere. Like maybe if the skirt had kind of this pattern on it, that would have been really good. But as it is, you know, pretty swell. And maybe it's just from looking at them for so long, but I'm coming around to the wing heads. I don't know. If you want to eat moose, then you have a death wish. Are there any frog girls? None that I was able to obtain. I only picked the girls that had clean PNGs, and none of them were frogs. But if you go to the wiki, you can find hundreds of other girls, and some of them might be frogs. So you can have a grand old time. That goes for any animal that you might be interested in. Like, I know there's a blue whale girl. That's neat. Yeah. Anyway, Okapi. This is perfect. The Okapi looks like a mistake. Okapis are, they look like they shouldn't exist. But they've got these really distinct stripes on the legs, and perfect. Yeah, if I saw her alone, I'd be like, and someone was like, what animal is this? I'd be like, oh, what's the one that has the stripes on the legs? And I probably wouldn't remember what it's called. I'd probably suggest the dick, which is like a tiny deer. But, God hit randomize. They do look like a missing link. I can't believe these things are still around. But yeah, she's perfect. They were given such like an easy one, honestly. Like the color placement tells you no thinking needed. It looks like an abomination, scientifically speaking. Like God ran out of deer legs, but had enough zebra legs. So yeah, she's great. Next up we got another cat, but this one's a little different. It's the Palace's cat. What a cute guy. I love these. And she's perfect. She looks exactly like him. I love this skirt too. This big poofy skirt, because it's such a furry critter, like, that nailed it, honestly. My only complaint is it's an awful lot of this gray, but I think they break it up with the black and white enough that it's like, it's not too much, you know? Yeah, floofy. I dig the shoes a whole lot. The shoes are great. They got the stripes perfectly. This is a really solid one. God damn, there's still so much more. Okay. Look like the Taffy Cat, they really do. Yeah, it's a wild animal. I'm pretty sure. I know the name is a confusing one. I want to pet it too. Next up we got the Puma. Another big cat. I don't love this pink plaid. I respect the attempt at, you know, giving a pop of color. I just don't know if I think the pink is working that well. Green would have been better, maybe? I don't know. The puma is a pretty boring animal, so they didn't have a whole lot to work with. But I gotta say, this hair is pretty ugly. Like, not thinking about it as a design, but like of, oh, does it look like the animal? But rather just her hair is ugly. And I don't think the tail does not end on a black tip, so they've kind of missed the most important part. Bad. This one's bad. This one is weak. Where's this pattern coming from? I guess it kind of has something there. Not good. This one was not good. This one should have been better, and it wasn't. This one's bad. Red kangaroo, though. This is so good. This was the one I was thinking of earlier, where having her wear an apron to represent the marsupial pouch is stunning. It's so good. Her just being on her tail as well. So cute. This one's so good. I love that they, like, represented the kangaroo's weirdly, like, muscly shoulders by giving her a poofy sleeved shirt. This one's like 10 out of 10. I don't even mind the just blue jeans down there because it gives her a fun pop of color. I think this one's really good. Reindeer is another one that has not actually antlers, but just horn-shaped hair pieces. Having her be Christmas colored is so fun. I'm not even that mad that she's not really the right color. The reindeer is clearly actually brown and she's more gray. But the Christmas thing is so fucking cute that I don't even care. I don't know reindeer well enough that if you had a not Christmas themed girl in front of me and said, what animal is this? I'd go, I don't know, a deer? Having it clearly be Christmas? Perfect. Genuinely stunning. Apparently they have a Shin Godzilla girl. That is fun. Forgot it's marsupial, and a part of me thought mammals and marsupials were different species. So, yeah, reindeer. Stunning. Next up, another one that should have been great, but it disappoints me. The reticulated giraffe. This is too much of the giraffe pattern. It's too much. There's too much going on here. And I don't like that she's just like kind of blonde. I don't know. I feel like that it's too much and I don't like it. It pisses me off because it should have been so cool. Should have given her, yeah, I know. At least they gave her, you know, a big scarf. It does the job well enough. I think the problem is her hair, so first she's got like a pigtail, I guess to look like the tail, but also she's got this sheet of hair down that has the pattern on it as well. She's like an optical illusion. There's too much going on. Why does the scarf fade to a blinding white? I think giraffes do have like really white bellies. I think that's what they're doing there. But yeah, it does end up looking kind of goofy. I wanted to like this one so bad. But it's just miss. So many things are wrong with this. A huge bummer, if you ask me. Next up, we got the ring-tailed lemur. She's exciting. I like that she's got these fun sunglasses that look like the patches around the lemurs, and her eyelashes do that too. That's really cute. Giving her this jacket as well fits the brown part. Man, lemurs look soft as shit. I want to pet a lemur really bad. Like, what am I looking at? It's like trying to see Cinder in the dark backgrounds. Oh, she slays. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a really solid one. I think they do really well with the animals that have, like, really distinct patterns to work with. Obviously. Obviously, this one's a little bit easier than a puma. A big, just a big brown cat. Scarlet ibis. Wow. She, you know, I think, so first I have to point out how this bird, look at how it looks like it's got like a double chin. Do you see that? Can I make this bigger, please? Thank you. Look at its gross double chin. Ew. But other than that, she's like fine. She's like fine. One of the weaker birds, I think. It gets done well enough. I do really like the outfit, but I don't know. Just one of the weaker ones, I think. She's super cute though. It's like the problem is that it's like all the birds are really good. So it's like even though this one is also really good, it's got big shoes to fill, kind of a thing. Stop bullying him, he's trying his best. The bird itself is kind of one note, and that is the big thing. This one is, I think they're doing their best. Adding yellow to it helps a lot. I think they could have played with some more pink. But, yeah, you know, not terrible by any means. Scarlet Macaw! There's a lot going on here. Which does make sense. The macaw has a lot going on. This is one of the weaker iterations of the wings, I think. But I think the problem is that her hair, the hair shape plus the wings being down, I don't know if it's just kind of a lot up there. She's top heavy. Also, macaws have very complicated faces, and having all that trying to happen right here on her bangs, I don't know, it's one of the more difficult ones, but I'm not gonna call it bad. Not at all, not by any means. I think perhaps my only real critique is I wish that the skirt was more colorful, and that the shirt was red, as opposed to how they have it. The blue shirt is an interesting choice. It's, you know, they kind of have these consistent patterns, kind of like how the zebra had a blue shirt too. I think that's what they were trying to go for. But yeah, I think a red shirt and then a colorful skirt would have been better. But, thought it was a headband. It does give headband at a glance. It does feel sort of disjointed, but it's because the macaw has goddamn like every color on it, you know? Are there shirts that are longer in the back than front? I mean, yeah, but, they tend to have a pretty consistent uniform vibe with the girls. I don't know. It's, like, fine. It's like, fine. But why waste more time on the macaw when the shoe bill, oh my gosh, look at how good this one is. This is perfect. Having that one piece of hair so clearly be the shoe bill's bill, and her eyes are spot on. I want to critique how it's a lot of this gray, but like the face has nailed it so well that it's like they balance each other out. Also, you know, the placement of black and white, you know, it helps a lot, but like, goddamn. You blur your eyes and that's just the bird. It's so on point. It's almost goofy, but it's not. Twiins, I found a list of pictures with all the characters with both old and new designs. Is it okay if I put the link in the chat? Sure. It's gonna be a lot of characters. Yeah, she's perfect. She is so good. I adore the shoe bill. It's another really good one. Another really good looking one? The Southern Cassowary. So, this one, okay. I will address the big part last. These colors are so much fun. Getting to have it, like, in a world where I'm so used to anime hair colors, since they do stick to the fur color so often, getting someone with blue hair is so refreshing and fun. And I love giving her this, like, Lolita, like, gothic Lolita dress to emulate the cassowary's feathers. It looks so cute. I want this outfit and the boots. Oh my gosh, the boots. Yes. The horn does look weird. Cassowaries have this archaic horn thing on their foreheads because they're dinosaurs. They're also super dangerous. There are so many videos of people just hanging out on beaches and then a cassowary shows up and they're like, ha ha ha, look at this giant funny bird. And I'm like, that giant funny bird can rip you open. They're very dangerous. And part of that is this big dumb horn they have on their foreheads. And she's got that, it seems. Or maybe she's just styled her hair that way. So it looks kind of bad. But the rest of it looks so good that it's like, well, I guess your big dumb horn thing gets a pass. Yeah, she probably is an asshole. It doesn't stop the fact that I want to steal her outfit verbatim. But yeah, the rest of the outfit was so good. And also the horn was so standout. I was like, I need to talk about that. The bat has me questioning why the birds have wings on their heads, but the bat doesn't. Tube-nosed bat. Also, having a Tengu mask is adorable because the Tengu's main characteristic is the long nose, and so it's a tube-nosed bat. It's cute. It's cute enough. I think, yeah, this only reads as bat because, you know, they slapped giant fucking wings on her back. But, it's like, alright. It's not even really the right colors. The green is interesting. That's not the right shade of tan. I want to like this more than I do. I feel like tweaking the colors could have helped. It doesn't help as well that for some reason, only the wing parts are like low res, it seems like. How else are you supposed to have a mask and ears on the design? You know what, I guess you're right. And maybe that's what it is they look at birds and they go, oh, well, you know, we don't have big giant ears we can put on them, so let's put wings up there instead. That might genuinely be it. Yeah, she does look sleepy. I mean, it's daytime. She shouldn't be sleeping. She doesn't come out till the moon comes out. Turn her upside down. I don't know if I can rotate. There you go. There you go. Yeah, now she looks right. Yeah, she does also have the Tengu shoes, which are fun. She's interesting, for sure. She's just, I don't know. I just don't love the colors. But yes, the Tundra Swan. Her PNG isn't stellar because it was small. I love that she looks like a cute little idol. I don't know why. Swans are actually quite aggressive, I'm pretty sure. And it's another one where it's a little goofy that they kind of just have the bird eyes on her forehead looking. If those didn't exist, I think I would like this better. But other than that, it's very, very cute. And the wings, it's another good version of the wings. I think I like the wings here especially because she's kind of giving angelic, being a white swan. So it's all right. The hair is a no. You don't like the hair? Even without the wings, I think the hair is pretty cute. Or do you mean like the beak part? I don't know. I do kind of feel like I wish that they had emulated that differently, but like if it faded to pink and black at the tips down here as opposed to just on her bangs, but it's a consistent thing. They're not gonna randomly shift for consistency, I suppose. Swans are jerks, but not as much as geese. Well, no one's as much of a jerk as geese. Geese are the animal kingdom's #1 asshole. Her hair built like an angry bird. I like her plenty, even if the beak is it's a little much. I do really like the outfit. But we're on to our final animal of the day. It's a surprising one. It's the walrus. So, there's a lot to talk about. First, where's the green coming in? I think I like it, but why? Second, I think it needs to be pointed out that her weapon is like a double scythe to represent the walrus's tusks, which is fascinating. It's a cool weapon. I'm surprised they didn't give her, like, big tusks, like how we saw with the elephants earlier. She confuses me. She looks good. I don't know if I would jump to, oh, that one's a walrus, unless I spotted the big weapon. She fascinates me. My best guess is also Algae with the green. I like her. The green makes her more visually interesting than if it was just all brown. But, yeah. I don't know how much this feels like walrus. I like it, though. So it's okay. She's not the worst one. I hope she's big. I don't know how they all size, but I do hope she's like just like larger than the others. She feels like some kind of water spirit or something. Yeah, I think it's the hair. The pose plus the hair. But yeah, she's fascinating. But yeah, we went alphabetically, so that means Walrus was last. She's alright. I dig her, but, you know, she's not my favorite. We'll have to wander back up to my favorite one really quick while we sign off, cause that's it. That's all the Kemono friends. Piggy, the domestic pig, looks the best. I like her the best. But yeah, that's Kemono friends. I am fascinated by their designs. They're just interesting. Maybe she's trying to go for a siren. Oh, maybe. That might be what the walrus is going for. But yeah, that's it. I think Kemono Friends looks fascinating. And like I said, there are hundreds of these. So if you go to the wiki, you could scroll through all the animals and they're just listed alphabetically and be like, well, what does the blue whale girl look like? And, you know, just have a grand old time. If you enjoyed this, then there's hundreds more for you to look at. So yeah, good stuff. I had a grand old time. I'm glad I did this because I wanted to. No one can stop me. It's my channel. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you all had fun. Boy, I hope you all had fun. Where's the blobfish girl? I don't think there are any. But, yeah. Yeah, that's it. I gotta end stream, I guess. Gotta end stream and rest my back. Because my back hurts all the time, forever and always. Maybe drink some water and not just my Arizona tea. Hope the blobfish girl doesn't have decompression sickness. Oh, she will. But yeah, adios. Adios, have fun, make smart choices, all that jazz, and I'll see ya on the flip side. Goodbye.